We're at the GA Precision booth with George Gardner. George, it's always good to see you.
It's always good to see you guys.
So there's several things to talk about. Let's start off first with the model that we have here, and there's something unique going on with the stock.
Yeah, so we were kind of looking to do something new this year. GA Precision decided maybe do a little thing for the youth gun market. A lot of guys that shoot have kids, and they're bringing them into precision shooting. We've sponsored a 9-year-old, now she's 11. Always love to see her at the range, Mary Beth from Colorado, and we kind of thought maybe we could offer a gun as a package to shooters like that. So this is the GA Precision Youth model. We can do it in 223, 6mm Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, really any short action caliber. It's got a stock that's adjustable. We worked with Manners on this. He also offers this stock for sale that you can adjust to different lengths. So if you have 3 kids and they range in age from 9 to 15, the stock you can take to the range and adjust it for each one of them, and do a day's worth of shooting and competition with the same gun. Kind of saves the wallet a little bit to have one gun for 3 or 4 kids.
Just from a space saving standpoint, if you travel a lot, you want a smaller gun case or maybe
Sure.
a truck gun.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys mentioned it, and the guys at the shop really like this idea of a gun for a coyote gun, something you just throw in the truck, something you can throw in an Eberle stock that really doesn't hang out the back. It's super compact. You adjust this down, you can have a 34-inch gun.
Yeah.
With a suppressor, maybe 36-inch gun that you can just haul around. It doesn't weigh anything. It's super handy. It's like almost like 3/4 from a pistol, in your rifle that you can get out there 400 or 500 yards with. So it's a really cool gun, and we hope it does well. There's a variation of it that is essentially the same idea, except saves you some money to just use spacers. So if you only have one kid that wants to get into shooting, you can keep adding spacers over her lifetime until
Every birthday they get a new spacer.
There you go, good idea. You can do multicolored ones for every year, and then when you get old enough for a regular gun, then they move on, and maybe this goes to a little brother or sell it to a cousin, or just keep it for old time's sake. But
yeah.
We just really wanted to focus on the youth market this year, and this was our latest thing for SHOT Show.
So what would they be looking at, sort of a price difference between the fully adjustable versus a spacer system?
So the fully adjustable one, the hardware's a little over $200 retail. The installation's not tough, but you have to take core material out of the stock and then inlet it properly and bed that onto the back end, and together it's like about a $320 difference between that stock and this one. Other than all things being equal, they're the same stock, just a little different system of adjustment.
Yeah. So let's talk a little about your actions, the Tempest actions. New a couple years ago.
Sure.
How are those doing? In stock?
They're doing really well. The shooters are really liking them, nice and quick. We had a problem kind of keeping the supply and demand thing going. When actions would come in, we'd obviously keep actions in stock for our customers, and then we'd ship excess to Core and OTM in Florida. Had a hard time, like customers would call us wanting to buy actions, and we just couldn't really supply them, and we'd send them elsewhere, and then they'd call back, say that those guys are out of stock or on back order. Well, that's finally over. We're finally got the production up enough where we have them in stock, OTM, Core have them in stock, and we have enough for our customers as well. So that's been the last couple months, and we hope we can keep it that way. Keep those actions out there and guys running them.
Now, last year, at SHOT Show, we had heard about the 6.8 PRC.
6.5 PRC.
I mean 6.5 PRC. And there wasn't a lot of information. Now it's evolved, and can you tell us more?
Correct. So last year it was like a soft launch, like hype it a little bit, talk about it, make sure that guys are kind of behind the idea. And this year, Hornady's came out in November with full production ammunition, full production brass. They had even designed a new 147 class bullet for that cartridge. They're using some pretty cool powders to launch that cartridge at about 3,000 feet a second with a 147. And factory ammunition, that's kind of never been done in a short action. So we're really happy we helped them out with it. It was something that we wanted them to do a while back. They didn't have the capacity because of how busy they were. I got to give credit. Jason Hornady has a great memory. He called and said, "Hey, let's revisit that. Let's do it." We saw how the SAUM's done. We want to get into that market. and their engineers, were great to work with. They came up with something that's great, and we stand behind it. So the question, the SAUM or the PRC? Everyone asks me that. PRC, if you want factory ammunition, you can still hand load it up pretty good. The only offset is you're going to get maybe 30 to 40 feet a second faster with the SAUM. So if you're a pure horsepower guy and you want to get everything out of that short cartridge, the SAUM's better if you're a hand loader. If you want the availability of commercial ammunition and to be able to get really close to that with less expensive brass, because Hornady's producing it for the masses, then the PRC is your choice. So hopefully that helps guys make the decision. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm going to back you on either one of them. They're great. So
it's always interesting and exciting to see new developments, particularly for guys that are looking for the ultimate ballistic performance.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like the thing is a lot of guys are shooting the small 6mm. The Dasher's won a lot of stuff this year. Dasher works great at short range matches. It really does. The longer ones, the PRC and the 6.5s are going to take over and give you a little bit of an advantage. The strong shooter is still going to win.
That's right.
There's no magic caliber.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for which one works better in long range and short range, it's pretty obvious. A fast 6.5 is going to beat a slow 6mm, but if you're a good shooter, you can overcome that. It's all about practice and bullets downrange.
Well, George, thanks for taking the time with us and our audience. And
you're welcome.
Best of luck this year.
It's always good to see you guys.
Thank you.